In this installment, we're going to be going over the MLB slate for Saturday, May 17th. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our May 17th MLB slate we got going on here. But before we dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetChefD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91, and don't forget about the Patreon. Right now we're at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 10,000 subscribers. This is the road to 20K, and we're well on the way because you guys are showing up each and every single day. All right, so I'm glad you guys are back to see this. We had our debut MLB slate bets video yesterday for Friday, and you guys missed out on a complete gem. All 5 number 1 plays, all right, was a complete sweep. We had the Reds, they cashed and won. We have the Phillies money line right now. They just took a 7-3 lead in the 8th inning. That's going to cash right there. We had the under in that Yankees and Mets game. I told you everyone's going to take the over, take the under. Under 9, that cash, that finished at 8 runs there. We had the over in the Toronto game of 8.5. We got that as well at 9 runs between the Blue Jays and the Tigers. And then we had the Nationals on the money line. That's 5 for 5, a complete sweep on the video. So, guys, we're back in the mode here for MLB. Let's continue to keep this going. Now, let's go over to more wins and more games on the Patreon. As you can see, this was the community parlay I gave to everyone. Plus 509 with the 50% boost. Carl Anthony Towns double-double. Mikal Bridges 15 points. OG Anonabi 15 points. That cash. We had this one come super close. This was another parlay I gave out. Carl Anthony Towns 12 rebounds. Josh Hart double-double. OG Anonabi 20 points. And we missed by 0.5 on the rebounds and assists for Mikal Bridges. That would have been $284 there. So close on that one. And obviously our top play, if you signed up for the Patreon, you would have found out that we were all over the New York Knicks, and we had them on the money line. So we got great vibes here in the Patreon. As you can see, we're laughing at the Celtics. Get signed up right now. Click on that link provided down below. You're getting access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24/7. Okay, first up here in Oriole Park, we're going to keep the ball rolling. Let's keep the hot streak. Remember, yesterday's Friday video was a complete sweep, 5 for 5. We're going to keep that positive energy here. Let's see how we can do on the Saturday slate. Orioles 15-28. Washington Nationals 19-27. This pitching matchup here, Jake Irvin, there's 2-1 with a 4.00 ERA, going up against Kyle Gibson, 0-2 with a 13.11 ERA. Looking at the current odds for this matchup here, we have the Orioles as home favorites, -165. Nationals on the comeback at a +135, and total runs at 10. All right, so high total here in this matchup. Full game public bet percentage, 70% of the bets coming in on Baltimore, but 59% of the money coming in on Washington. So sharps are on the side of the Nationals. Total runs, 61% of the bets, 53% of the money towards the over 10 on the total runs as well. So people are a little bit split here on the total. If we're looking at this matchup here, starting off with Jake Irvin, he's been pretty solid this year. Overall, let's scroll up here. On the road, he has a 3.91 ERA. He actually pitches slightly better on the road so far this year. If we're looking at the numbers, a 216 average as well. So the average is lower on the road, which is great. Everything across the board with the OBP, slugging, and WOBA all lower on the road. So he's a much better pitcher on the road compared to at home. The issue here that we might see from Jake Irvine is going to be the home run per 9, all right? Baltimore Orioles do have plenty of ISO type of batters here that can really knock it out the park at Camden Yards here, and that 1.78 home run per 9 will be a little bit of a cause of concern if they can hold one. If these bats here can catch a whole one for this Baltimore Orioles lineup, then we could see a couple home runs here. All right. The opposite side is that Orioles strike out at a very high rate. They've been very up and down and very inconsistent. That's why their record is what it is as of right now. All right. So I would say Jake Irvine is in a pretty decent spot here. He just has to be careful with the home run ball. Kyle Gibson, on the other end, he has been absolutely putrid this year at home. 14 ERA. It's only been like 2 starts here, but the metrics here, all the advanced metrics, do not look good for him. XFIPs are at 5.42. That does not bode well for him, and he's struggling mightily against lefties. All right, 8.31 home run per 9 against lefties, a 10% walk rate, a 480 batting average, a 3.46 WHIP. Across the board, lefties is his major issue. If we're looking at roto grinders right here, this is the lineup that they're most likely going to bring forth here when you're facing a righty. They're going to give you 3 lefties off the bat here with the Nationals, and Nathaniel Lowe, CJ Abrams, and Kybert Ruiz. All right, not to mention they have James Wood, Jose Tena, and then Nunez at the bottom of the lineup. So you're seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lefties in this lineup, and as you can see, horrible numbers here. All that red is not good versus lefties. Red is not good versus lefties. K percentage is under 10%. ISO at 560. WOBA is 655. This is a premium spot here. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're going to be on the Nationals yet again. Take the plus 1.5. Sprinkle the money line. The official play will be Nats plus 1.5. 155 is a great number there. You can consider the total runs over at 10 because I think that the Nationals can get to the Orioles, and I do suspect Irvine to give up a home run or 2. So we're going to lean towards the over as a secondary play over 10 runs. Main play, plus 1.5 National. In the Lone Depot Park here, we have the Miami Marlins here, 17-26. Going against the Tampa Bay Rays here, 20-24. Starting pitching matchup here, Drew Rasmussen, 1-4 with a 3.38 ERA. Going up against Sandy Alcantara, 2-5 with an 8.10 ERA. Looking at the current odds for this matchup here, Rays on the road as favorites, minus 150, with the comeback on the Marlins at a plus 125. Total runs at 8. Public bet percentage, 83% of the bets, 85% of the money on the Tampa Bay Rays. And for the total runs, 94% of the bets, 92% of the money here on the over 8 on the total. All right. Looking at this pitching matchup right here, Drew Rasmussen, no cause of concern at what I've seen from his numbers against lefties and righties. He gives you decent enough amount of innings, and then you're getting into that bullpen there. That the Rays do have a solid bullpen, but he's giving you around 5 innings. He's not bend or break, nothing too concerning here. We're looking at advanced metrics as well. The WHIP is low against lefties and righties at 1.03, 1.07. Average isn't too high at 233 or 208. Home run per 9 is maybe a cause of concern, 1.27 against lefties and 1.45 against righties. But I think the Rays are in a really good spot here. When you're looking at Sandy Alcantara, previous seasons, he's been fantastic. This year, I don't know what's going on with him. But there is major issues here with Sandy Alcantara. 14.81 ERA on the road. He's going to be at home where he has a 5.47 ERA, so not good as well. And he has a 1.37 home run per 9. The average is low. The WHIP is a little bit high than what you expect, 1.22. So I do expect him to give up some runs here. And what the cause of concern is going to be lefties. Lefties has been his main issues. A 2.50 ERA, a 2.50 home run per 9, and a 1.83 WHIP against lefties. If we're looking at this Rays lineup here, we'll go over to the Rays. They're going to be bringing out to Tampa Bay versus a righty here. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's majority. You're only getting 2 breaks here when you're looking at this lineup. of Rays here. So his struggles against lefties is going to be a major issue for Sandy Alcantara in this spot here. So I'm going to be going with the Rays on the money line. I like them in this game for the total of 8 runs. I think they got it at the right number. I don't think Sandy gets tattooed for this to go over, but he's definitely, I think this game is going to be more one-sided, like a 5-0, 6-1 type of game, 4-2. Rays get the W and the under goes. So give me Rays on the money line and the under 8 as a total. In Kauffman Stadium here, we have the Kansas City Royals 25-21 going against the St. Louis Cardinals 25-20. Pitching matchup here: Miles Mikolas 2-2 with a 4.35 ERA going against Noah Cameron, who's 1-0 with a 0.00 ERA. This was a late pitching change. Before Noah Cameron, it was supposed to be Seth Lugo, and Seth Lugo would have been in a really good spot here going up against the Cardinals at home. Things change now when we're talking about Noah Cameron on the mound, who's being called up from AAA. We'll dig deep on him in a few seconds here, but he's going to have a tough task here going up against a top 5 team batting wise and batting average, top 7 in runs, and top 10 in slugging, okay, and on base percentage here at number 3 in the league. All right, so we're a rookie here is got a tough task against the Cardinals. Looking at the odds, Royals, the line still hasn't adjusted, all right, with the news of Seth Lugo being sitting out and Noah Cameron being the starter. So Royals are home favorites, minus 130 on the money line, with the comeback of the Cardinals at a plus 110, run spread at a plus 1.5. And as you can see, it's minus 200 now. So that line, you might as well just take the money line at that point. Minus 200. If you want to, fine by me. If you want to take that straight up, you got to put up 200 to win 100. That's a lot here. You might as well just choose the money line. And then the total runs are at 8.5. Public bet percentage here, 60% of the bets going towards Kansas City, and 55% of the money going towards Kansas City as well. For the total runs, 89% of the bets, 87% of the money towards the over 8.5. All right. Getting into Miles Mikolas, before Seth Lugo, once Seth Lugo was called out, things shifted here. Mikolas has been mediocre this year. And the issue with Miles Mikolas is going to be left-handed hitting, okay? Right now, he's giving up a 316 batting average to lefties. The home run per 9 is under 1. That's a positive. The K rate is horrible at 10%. Whip is at 1.66. XFIP is at 5.82. So there should be some more regression when he pitches to lefties as well. So this game, I'm looking more at the total. Total looks pretty good here. Miles Mikolas is going to be in a little bit of a trouble against these lefties. If we're looking at this Royals lineup, as I switch it over right here, the Royals are going to be bringing out no. 1, 2, 3. No, 4. Maybe 4. And these are mediocre ones. Okay, so Miles Mikolas is in an okay spot, all right? He can get through the top of the order, top of the righties that he sees, but Vinny Pasquantino is a tough hitter. He's very good. Kyle Isabel's mediocre. Massey, he doesn't strike out much. But the bottom, Kevin Biggio is pretty bad, and Drew Waters is pretty bad as well. So he really has to worry about 3 bats in this lineup, Miles Mikolas. So it isn't too bad. Noah Cameron, on the other hand, like I said, this is a rookie pitcher here coming in a tough task here going up against the Cardinals' top-tier offense. He had one little early stint on the 30th against the Rays. As this loads up for me right here, he pitched good in that game. 6 innings, 1 hit, 5 walks. That's a major concern, and only 3 Ks. All right, so his strikeout numbers are really, really low. That doesn't bode well. He's a lefty, which the Cardinals are top 8 in the league against hits versus lefty-handed pitching. So that's a positive sign here. When you're looking for a young pitcher, a rookie especially, you want better strikeout numbers. And he had 10% K rate against righties. That doesn't bode well. And the XFIP is a lot of regression there to 6.44. All right, so this is a spot where I'm liking the Cardinals, and I think you can get them at a value. Get on this number now before it adjusts. I like the Cardinals on the money line, plus 110, and I'm going to lean towards the over 8.5. I think the Cardinals really get to the Royals and get into that bullpen as well. In Fenway Park here, we have the Boston Red Sox 22-24 going against the Atlanta Braves 23-22. Starting pitching matchup here, Grant Holmes 2-3 with a 4.14 ERA going against Lucas Giolito 1-1 with a 5.51 ERA. Looking at the current odds for this one here, we have the Red Sox as slight home favorites here, minus 120 with the comeback of the Braves at a plus 100. Total runs at 9. All right, looking at public bet percentage here, it is split here on both sides. Public, 63% of the bets coming in on Boston, but the sharps here, 63% of the money coming in on Atlanta. All right, so it's literally total opposites here between sharps and public. For the total runs, 61% of the bets, 49% of the money towards the over 9. Okay, so public on the over, sharps on the under 9 in the total. If we're looking at this pitching matchup here, starting off with Lucas Giolito, and as you can see, the first game here on Friday, it went towards Atlanta. All right, Chris Sale pitched a phenomenal game against his former team. Lucas Giolito, as you can see here, the reason why he has a 5.51 ERA, despite the fact that I was at home, it was one game. Okay, he just got back from injury. He missed all of 2024, and it was a blow-up game against the Texas Rangers where he gave up 6 runs. Okay, other than that, decent performance against Toronto in his first game. He had 7 Ks. That was a bright spot. The strikeouts were going through. He went 6 innings, and then against the Royals, he went 6 innings and 2/3, 1 earned run and 5 strikeouts. So 1 blow-up spot against Texas, and then 2 solid starts against the Royals and the Blue Jays there. I'm liking what I'm seeing with Lucas Giolito. He could definitely be one of the. We remember when in 2023 and before how good Giolito was. So he can be going right into this rotation here as a number 2, number 3 type of guy, right behind Garrett Crochet for Grant Holmes. Okay, he's going to have some issues here. If we're looking at the total numbers, we see on the road he has some home road splits. Okay, at home he pitches much better. On the road his ERA jumps up to 6.38, and it's the home run ball, and it's mainly to lefties. Okay, as you can see, against righties. Away versus righties here, a 5.87 home run per 9 on the road against righties, 250 batting average. Whip is at 130. And righties in general, 2.66 home run per 9, that's not good. 11% walk rate, that's not good. He's given up a lot of power. All right, and then when we're looking at the Boston Red Sox lineup, you can't do that when you're going up against righties like Alex Bregman. Ceddanne Rafaela has been solid this year. Trevor Story still has plenty of power. Rob Refsnyder. Christian Campbell as well. He's come on really strong, and he's provided a lot of punch to this lineup. So they got a lot of bats here, righties especially here, that can give Grant Holmes some issues. Grant Holmes' upside is the strikeout ball. So I'm not saying they absolutely go crazy on this. That's why in that total, I like the under. I think that Giolito pitches strong. I think Grant Holmes will give up some runs. But ultimately, I love the Red Sox money line here. I'm going to be backing Lucas Giolito in this spot here and fading Grant Holmes. So give me the Red Sox on the money line as the top play and give me the under 9 on the total. Last but not least, here in Petco Park in San Diego, we have the Padres 27-15 going against the Seattle Mariners 23-19. Looking at the pitching matchup here, Emerson Hancock 1-2 with a 6.91 ERA. Going against Nick Pivetta here 5-2 with a 3.05 ERA. Looking at the current odds for this matchup here, Padres are home favorites minus 165 with the comeback of the Mariners at a plus 150. Total runs set at 8. Public bet percentage 84% of the bets, 97% of the money all over the Padres. And for the total runs, 85% of the bets, 81% of the money here towards the over 8 total runs. In the first matchup, Seattle will be beating the Padres. Right now, it's the bottom of the ninth, and the Mariners are up 5. So most likely, Padres will be losing game 1. So this will be game 2 here, and they're trying to tie up the series. Looking at Emerson Hancock, I know you saw that 6.9 ERA, and hey, you think that this is a smash spot for the Padres, but Emerson Hancock has some home road splits. All right, he for some reason in Seattle he can't get things right. 12 ERA at home, but on the road much better. A 3.18 ERA, and it's like night and day. As you can see these numbers here, away a 230 batting average, a 1.06 WHIP. The BABIP is under 300. That's a phenomenal number. The xFIP is telling me that he's right where he's supposed to be. No regression there as well. So very good numbers. The strikeout rate is at 20%, which increases about 6% from there. He doesn't walk guys. It's well under 10% as well. So Emerson Hancock on the road is definitely a spot that he's going to be good for here. And then you have the same thing with Pivetta. Pivetta pitches better at home. So already, I'm telling you right now, the total looks very good for an under in this game. I think we're going to have a pitching duel between these two teams. We have Pivetta, 1.42 ERA at home. Very good numbers at home. Below 160 batting average. The OPB is under 200. Slugging is dead low. Phenomenal numbers here. And then the strikeout rate at home as well. It goes up to a whole nother level with Pivetta. 32% strikeout rate at home. The home run per 9 is at 0.36. All right, so very good numbers here. I'm loving the under 8 total runs in this game. So that's the top play between Mariners and Padres. Give me the under 8. And I'm going to lean as a secondary play with the Padres on the money line. All right, so that's going to be our breakdown for the Saturday slate. Let me know in the comment section down below if you agree or disagree. We can definitely debate about that down in the comment section. Guys, I want you guys to get signed up for the Patreon. Continue to follow the movement. We had a sweep on Friday. Let's go for a sweep on Saturday as well. And let's jump these numbers up to where it's supposed to be. I'm not bringing you garbage. I'm bringing you very good analysis here on these games. And if you want to sign up for that Patreon, remember, get locked in to the community. I showed you the winning bets that we had on Friday. Join the community. Join the process that we're building right now. Click on that link provided down below. You're getting access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes up 24/7. This is your boy Chef D. I'll be back very soon, and peace out.